Hello and welcome back to Death for All, and we're actually here at Razich because I'm thinking to myself, okay, what do we want to do? Well, we probably want to try to eliminate as many vassals as possible. As someone actually mentioned as well in the comments, you gotta be pretty opportunistic when it comes to this increased survival rate. And now obviously I am still having my spouse in my party, which is a little bit problematic. So I'm actually I'm not sure what we're gonna do here. Actually, can I even go in here? No. Okay, we're gonna have to. I mean, technically, Can I? Yes. Okay. Wait a minute. Maybe we'll be okay with this. Okay, so I'm gonna be very careful here. Obviously, we really want to make sure that we keep our spouse alive. We're putting all of our eggs in one basket very, very badly here, actually. However, what I can do, because my own troops are really not going to make all the difference in the world, obviously, as you might expect. My forces are pretty weak, and they're generally not going to be able to carry too much power in regards to even being successful in this fight. I think we're probably going to be fine, even if I do not really participate with my troops, but it's going to be good for me specifically because I might actually be able to get a couple of kills. I might be able to level up my my bow skill a little bit more, might be able to just generally get some nice experience, and that's pretty much it. However, it would be a problem if my if my spouse and I were to die, so that is obviously something to be very careful of. Not sure if we're going to be able to make it work, but we must make it work. That's pretty much the takeaway here, you know. Gotta be super careful. Nice little stab right there. And bear in mind, every single little bit of damage I take is actually really important, and that's the reason why I have to be very careful here. I cannot take more damage like this, what I've just taken. That was really bad, actually. So I'm very much hoping that we will not take any more of that, please. So let me see if I can just eliminate some of the enemy vassals if I can. This is one of them right here. Oh, no. Okay, come on now. Let's be a bit careful. Yes. Ah, no, he's not dead. He didn't die. Oh, well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, that happens way too often in my opinion. Although, to be fair, there's a lot of death going on right now. Okay, I am very worried about our troops. Should I retreat, actually? I'm kind of worried now. Okay. We might have to just retreat. Nice. Okay, we eliminated her. Unfortunately, the enemy... What? Why are there so many of them? Why are there so many enemy cavalry surrounding me right now? I've got to be a bit careful here. Alright, so yeah, it seems like the Aserai are now making a strategic retreat, mostly for the fact that they, I think, went a bit too aggressive with their initial charge. I think that might be what's going on here. Nice. That was a nice hit. One thing I also have to be very careful of is my horse, because this horse is, of course, the noble mount that we strived to level up our riding skill to be able to even get on, to be honest. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty big deal if this thing dies, because that's going to effectively limit the amount of money that I can get from it, and obviously even if we wanted to, or even if we needed the cash, we wouldn't be able to do it then, so that's obviously bad. So hopefully that is not going to happen. Hopefully I'm going to be able to deal some damage. Oh no, this is bad. Don't run in there, sir. That is not a good idea. No, we do not want to run into those kinds of situations. Thank you very much. I will try and shoot this fellow, though. Oh yeah, he's just getting absolutely murdered. Seems like this is going a bit to and fro at the moment. As you can see, we are actually making a little bit of a headway, and then all of a sudden we are way down on combat strength. So I can only assume that we either end up losing some cavalry, because the cavalry inevitably charge in versus the opponent's polearm based units, and they are of course extremely good, as you might expect, because they are the Empire. As I've said multiple times before, I personally feel like the Empire is possibly the most powerful faction, but that is purely for the fact that they have access to every single unit type. And of course, because their highest tier infantry usually have some form of polearm. And you may think, oh, well, why is that? Well, it's primarily because of the fact that most of the factions, with the maybe the exception of the Sturgians potentially, I mean it very much depends obviously, but most of the factions have a vast increase in the amount of cavalry they're going to have in the late game. So whenever you're just in that situation where you're inevitably going to be fighting and fighting and fighting, and you're going to go into sieges, you're going to go into field battles and so on. Obviously sieges not so much of a big deal, but when you go into a field battle and you are surrounded by cavalry, that's when you could use some infantry with some polearms, that's for sure, you know? So you want those Imperial Manavliatons, you want those guys to come in there. Okay, whoa, 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 careful. How did that guy actually get his polearm ready in such a short space of time? That's... oh, and then now my horse is dead. Yeah, okay, wait a minute. Now I'm in a very vulnerable position right here. I've got to be super careful. Okay. Yeah, alright, alright. Okay, yeah, Okay, so, okay, please, wait. I want to get on this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, whew. That was a little bit close. So now, we did actually end up losing 15,000 gold, because that is indeed the amount that the horse would have sold for, which I'm actually pretty saddened by, because that would have been amazing. But I mean, what can I do really? You know, do we really want to be in a situation where we, I don't know, just stay back? I mean, that's the point. We want to be in these tense situations. We want the tension to be palpable in the air, you know? We want it to literally be, you know, kind of riding so incredibly close to the razor's edge, suffice it to say, you know, because we want that kind of situation to happen more often, because I think that's fun, you know. I think that's fun. It adds a huge amount of pressure to the overall series feel, and in my opinion that's much more enjoyable. At least I find it more enjoyable. I'm not sure about you, but I think it's more enjoyable to have that kind of experience in regards to, you know, or shall we say, instead of me standing at the back not really doing much. Because if I was doing, well, what I would do to survive, then I would basically just stand there not really doing much at all, and I'd just, you know, command my forces, or in many cases maybe just getting out my bow and shooting from a fair distance away. But I'm actually thinking that I will leave this particular fight. I'm actually thinking of doing that, because as you can see, the ratios are not looking particularly good. We've lost 100 extra units than we otherwise would have, and we're just going to leave the Aserai and see what happens, because obviously we've already seen a bunch of the vassals get killed, and maybe there's going to be another vassal that will go in there and actually help out the Aserai. As you can see, Alwa actually died. But they did, look, they did actually manage to achieve victory. But hilariously enough, the Southern Empire vassals all managed to survive the engagement, whereas 4 of the Aserai vassals were eliminated. I gotta say, very surprising to see that, to be honest. I would not have expected that. Anyway, I did end up losing my horse, which I gotta say, I'm very, as I said before, I'm very saddened by that. I wouldn't have very much wanted that, of course, but well, I can't really do much about it now. And yeah, all we're gonna have to do now is we're just gonna have to be pretty careful about how we walk around now and everything, because we want to make sure that we don't get ambushed or something like that. I don't know. It's highly unlikely we will get ambushed at this point, but you never know. Sometimes that kind of thing does happen. And otherwise, apart from that, we're just going to sell everything here. I literally just want to make sure... Oh, wait a minute. We do have a noble mound there. But that is a different noble mound. Okay, well, I mean, technically I could use it. Okay, I will use it. But this is not something that I wanted to do. I wanted to actually save this horse for a rainy day. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a good idea to do that, just in case. There is actually a tournament going on here. Maybe we'll get lucky and there's another horse available. There isn't. Spoiler. Yes, but that's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, so I'm actually going in here and making this much, much harder for myself because I am at, what, 35%, 40% HP. So that is obviously not very good, but, well, again, it's being on the razor's edge at this point, you know? Being on the razor's edge is actually quite fun. Or at least I think it's quite fun. And, oh, nice headshot. Wonderful. Okay, can we get more of that, please? Okay, this is going to be a bit problematic. This guy's a veteran infantry, so he's got a decent amount of one-handed. Of course, my one-handed skill is not terrible. Gonna go for backslashes. There we go. Backslashes seem to do the job, thank you. When overhead doesn't get the job done, backslashes certainly do. Alright, so we got a polearm here. Not a big fan of that. Oh, nice damage, nice damage. I technically could have died there straight away, but thankfully I was able to survive the initial encounter. That would have been, well, embarrassing. Let's just say that. You know, that's happened to me many times, though, to be fair. So, you know me. I'm just gonna bounce back away from it, and hopefully we're not going to suffer that again. Ooh, Canar is here once more. Okay, we're gonna have to do something with him. He's actually very good with one-handed skill, so I'm very much hoping we won't have to deal with him in one-on-one duelist combat. Okay, no. Don't hit me, Canar. Nice. Okay, can we just get some more of that, please? Nice. Oh, that infantry had no idea what hit them. Well, maybe he did. It's a spear. That's what hit him. Okay, no. Wait. Oh, yeah, he was getting his thrown weapon ready. Did you see that? He was getting it ready. He was very poised, aimed, and he's actually trying to take me out with a one-handed. Okay, I'm taking a bit of offense to this, actually. Okay. Maybe I can do a little bit of damage with my axe here, or maybe I can just get this out and just finish him off. This is not looking good. Oh, never mind. He's too low in HP. Wonderful. Well, let's see what this Master Archer has for us, and hopefully... Wait a minute. Does he have any throwing skill? Well, that's the question. That is the question. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, hello. You've only got 6 HP remaining, sir. Unless you have some HP perks, that is. There we are. Very nice indeed. And here we are in the final round against the Tribal Horseman. Shouldn't be too bad. This guy shouldn't be one of those that has amazing skills or anything like that. And I should be able to hit him from over here, hopefully with a nice little headshot. Oh, no. He's raising his shield very smartly, actually. Very, very surprising. What? How did that thrown weapon go above him? Alright, that just whizzed by his head. Very weirdly enough, and there we have it, a wonderful victory for us. Unfortunately, not going to be getting a huge amount of cash for this, but we are getting this, which is actually okay. You know, it's not a terrible thing, although, to be fair, most of my people don't even need it. So I guess I will just go into the marketplace and just sell it off, and then we can make our way over to the battle area once again. I mean, generally, oh yeah, by the way, I did actually complete this this task over here. I did complete this task before, and I also completed this task as well, because hilariously enough, I interacted with a bunch of looters and desert bandits, and they didn't want to fight me, so I just got all of them as prisoners, absolutely every single one of them, and then I was able to hand them in, and I got the manual labor quest done. It didn't give me a huge amount of a reward, though. That is the main deal there. I didn't get a huge amount, so that was kind of unfortunate. I don't even have enough influence to be able to do anything with this particular tribute vote, which is sad. But we are still at war against the CASCADE, and the CASCADE, as you can quite clearly tell, are winning in this engagement. So that's obviously not very good. Overpriced raw materials. Don't really care about that too much. Let's just take a quick look at this. Why do I have -8 influence? That's kind of weird. Why do I have -8? Okay, that's a little strange. I don't really know what's going on with that. Maybe something must have happened with the policies, potentially. I don't even know, but yeah, we are going to need to go into some battles to retrieve a little bit of influence. And, oh, hello, wait a minute. Do we have any nearby armies? Yes, Razana's army and Kahin's army. Hopefully they are going to be heading on over here very soon. And then we might be able to piggyback on the fight itself. I mean, this fight is much more doable, in my opinion, than the previous one. Because the previous one was very large. We had some pretty significant issues with, well, potentially dying. So yeah, so it would be nice if we could actually do something with this one. Okay, wait a minute. 10% armor penetration. Or minus 50% movement speed penalty while reloading. I'm going to go for the armor penetration, I think. That sounds like a pretty fun idea. And we could go for the duelist. Oh yeah, double the amount of renown gained from tournaments. This is absolutely hilarious in my opinion. And I will probably be taking this, to be honest, because even though the plus 20% damage while wielding a one-handed weapon without a shield doesn't really benefit me that much, the double renown from tournaments, I mean, yeah, sign me up, you know, sign me up. That's really quite nice. So pretty happy with this, and otherwise I'm just going to be speccing into one-handed, I suppose. I don't even know what's even happening with my build right now, because I initially decided that I was going to play with polearms, if you recall. I was going to play with slashing polearms, because that seemed to be the safest option for me at the time. And, well, lo and behold, I have now decided against that completely for some reason. Don't know why, but I guess it's because slashing polearms are actually pretty difficult to come across, at least initially in the game. So, might make more sense for us to just play with one-handed for now, and then just make a switch later on down the line when we actually have the ability to do so. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Why is this guy running away from this random...
Stop there.
What?
Who are you?
That is so weird. Wait a minute. I actually want to fight this guy by myself. Can I do that even? Can I mean, what is actually going on here? Why is this guy literally... That is so weird. I have no idea why he's doing that. This army is running away from this vassal. Just one vassal. I'm very surprised. I have no clue why he would be doing that, but okay. I guess we're gonna get a chance to try out our new horse, you know. Or should we say, our replacement horse. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's have a look and see if I can maybe get some nice bow skill here. Yeah, let me just fire off a random arrow and not hit anything at all. That sounds great. Yes, well, we are getting some nice armor penetration now from our bow skill, so I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe I can get some good bow skill by just firing randomly far away. That usually is the way to go. The better the shot difficulty, or the higher the shot difficulty, the more skill you are going to get. So I'm very much hoping we will be able to get a good amount. And it seems like that is indeed it. I don't think they really have much more to fight against us with, but who knows? I mean, we really just don't want our spouse to die. That is the only thing that we are really wanting to prevent, but I can't really help that at the moment. I guess the best thing I can do is maybe just go after some of their horse archers, as I am doing right here. Maybe I should get up my own bow and see if we can eliminate them that way. But they are going to be very, very good at avoiding damage, as you can see. shoot my own guy. Yep, sounds like a good plan. I do think you, I think that was confirmed a while ago that you do get experience for shooting your own troops, so I guess that's okay. And we do get some pretty decent influence from that. Obviously, we're not really going to be getting a significant benefit because, of course, we didn't go in there by ourselves, but I'm actually now questioning whether we would have even been able to achieve victory, let alone, you know, go in there and actually do anything, because yeah, I mean, literally you saw what happened there. You know, we kind of had a bit of problems. Seems like the enemy was actually pretty good, so maybe that was the reason why they were running away or something like that. I have no idea, but otherwise we're just going to be upgrading some of our forces. As you can see, they're actually getting some much better stuff. Wow, a lordly wicker shield. Wait a minute, it's actually better. Yeah, that is actually better than what I was using. That's amazing. Very nice indeed. Can we actually get some more upgrades here? Yeah, we might be able to. Yeah, this is better for Kana there. This is better for her. And, oh, we got some better boots. Wonderful. We got some better braces as well. Wow, look at that. We're getting a lot of good stuff. I should really try and see whether best auto-equip mod is actually upgraded, or should we say updated, so that we can upgrade our stuff much easier. That would be really nice. I'm actually wondering whether I should use this, because it does end up losing us 10 reach, which is quite significant, but it does give us more swing speed, gives us a little bit more thrusting damage, more handling, which is obviously going to be very useful. But apart from that, it's not really going to do much. I kind of like the length that we currently have, so yeah, I'm not going to actually be doing anything with that, but I will take all of the loot, of course, and that is exactly the reason why we wanted to attack this guy. Obviously, I also wanted to potentially eliminate him, but unfortunately he did manage to live, so that is sad. Ooh, now look who we have here. I managed to run into this guy right next to Hussein Fulk, and maybe, just maybe, we will be able to tackle him. Obviously, the numbers advantage for us is pretty significant, but I've taken a look at his composition, and as you can see, his composition is amazing. He's got some really high-tier units, and I can only imagine that if we would get into a battle with this guy when he had some backup, so let's just say that he had a bunch of, I don't know, allied units in and around the area, and they would have, you know, come to his assistance, this would have been very, very difficult. But thankfully, no, that is not happening this time around. So let's see if we can capitalize on this. I'm gonna move my archers. This is a wonderful battlefield, by the way. Especially good for us, because we do have quite a few archers under our command. And maybe I can just do some damage here. I'd like to maybe get some more bow kills, but unfortunately that's not really going to happen right now, because apparently I am just missing absolutely every single shot that I fire, even at point blank range. I said point, yes, no, it's not point, but it is point, that is for sure. Ugh. I'm kind of feeling I should have used that other weapon now, because I'm doing very little damage against these enemies. Actually no, 46 is okay. That's not too bad. Seems like the enemy's infantry is wanting to cross the river. I would say that that's probably ill-advised, considering, but seems like my forces aren't really doing that much damage. Ah, no, there we go, there we go. Now the damage is starting to come in here. Very nice to see that. And I'm actually very much hoping that we will end up killing Ilatar, because he's a very strong vassal, as you can no doubt tell. He's got the ability to, you know, field some very high-tier units, and it would be wonderful if we could eliminate him. But we can't always get what we want, of course, and I'm not entirely sure if he's already been eliminated. Oh, he was already eliminated. Okay, that's sad. I was very much hoping that we'd have a good time here, but no, he did manage to escape death. This time, at least. Although, to be fair, I could literally just go ahead and execute him if we wanted to, but obviously that's not the point. I kind of want to just have him die normally, because that's going to make everything much easier for us in the long run. We're not going to have any, relation penalties or anything like that, and that's going to make a pretty significant difference overall to the long term. Make sure that we're all good in anyone's book. And it seems like that is it. Okay, there we go. We can now speed things up a little bit and get it over with. There we are. Wonderful. All right, so we did get, look at that, 16 influence. It's actually significant, very, very significant. Okay, I'm actually going to be letting this guy go. I know I've taken someone prisoner in the past, but I'm actually thinking to myself, is it actually even worth me taking any of these people prisoner? Because what I could just do is go into another battle with them later on down the line, and that is hopefully then going to cause them to die, because we're going to go into a battle with them. Hopefully we're going to achieve victory, because obviously it's a bit difficult. And there we go. We now have the ability to send the troops back. That's 3,100, pretty nice. And we also have a noble mount available here as well, but of course the noble mount is not that good, so we won't be doing anything with that. However, we are going to get some better boots for our spouse, better boots for Canar as well. And I think we're going to have some better boots for Soren too, which is always nice. And there we have it. All right, so do we have anything else here? No, it doesn't seem like it. What about the horse? Yeah, this is actually much better for our spouse, so we will be giving her that. She could use this, but I am not a big fan of the shield. It's way too small in my opinion. It's going to make things very difficult. Otherwise, we're going to give her a new lance. And everything else is perfectly fine. What about the horses? For yeah, no, they actually don't use horses, do they? So it's not actually even important, and we can just move on. There we go. Oh yeah, so we're right next to this town, which is very risky, because if there are any vassals inside, they can theoretically just straight up come out here and murder me, because I was in a disorganized state, and of course that's obviously not something you want to be in if you're right next to an enemy fief. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.